Marcus, change of scenery today, though, just to get some training under your belts, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's the facility where we normally train at's frozen, so Hallfield Sports Centre have been kind enough to let us use this facility today. So yeah, and it's a really decent surface, so it's important that we get some training to the guys ahead of the game in a couple of days' time. So yeah, good.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though, isn't it? Keeping that sort of system going, not getting out of any sort of usual routines. You've got to keep it as normal as you can. So finding a place like this is ideal.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we knew about this place a few weeks ago, so a couple of phone calls yesterday to book it, knowing what the weather was going to be like today. And it was great, so it's a good thing to have, and a bit of organisation. So,
and of course you go into the game full of confidence after that win on the other day.
Of course, yeah. I mean, it was a great win. A really good performance, which we needed off the back of a poor Shrewsbury performance, and to do it in front of such a big crowd as well was even more important, because there would have been a lot of first-time football watchers that day, and it was important to get those type of people on board for future games. So yeah, as we know, Boxing Day is the biggest day in the football calendar, in the English football calendar of the year, because you get all sorts of families coming along, people that have not watched football before, people that enjoy watching football, and it's a good day for it. So it was a really important day for us to get such a good result and on such a good performance.
Yeah, I guess Christmas time is the time where you really use your squad, isn't it? It's where you have to, everyone needs to stand up and be counted, because you've got so many fixtures coming thick and fast.
Yeah, I mean, this manager's used the squad quite regular anyway, but like you say, even more so Christmas time, because there's such a large amount of games in a short period of time, so it's important that everyone stays fresh, and that's why it's important to look after their workload up until the Christmas and New Year period.
Yeah, and it's important, I suppose, as well. Nice to have another game at the Mem on the back of that performance on Boxing Day.
Yeah, it is. But no two games are the same, as we know. No two teams are the same that we play against. So it's another project, another game, another day. So we'll see how that goes, and how we prepare for that over the next couple of days is quite important.
Yeah, what are you expecting from Wimbledon?
They're a decent organised team, that have pushed on in this league last year off the back of winning the playoffs. So we know all about them. They all know all about us. The manager's still the same from their point of view. Obviously, from our point of view, we know their manager as well. So be a similar type of games to it was last year.
Yeah, can you learn from those? Use anything from those games? Are they too far gone now? Last season's fixtures between the two sides, or can you use those to your advantage going into this?
I mean, listen, you can use a lot of things to your advantage. Their squad hasn't changed loads. They've got loads of players that were there last year still. So a bit like ourselves, if you can keep that core of players that are a good group of lads that know how you work. Then you can achieve good things, and that's what they've done over the past couple of years.
Yeah, and looking up the table's Rovers' objective, isn't it? I mean, you're not that far out of the playoffs now, so that's obviously your next target, I suppose, getting back into those.
Well, 33 points in a halfway period is a great points total. So we've got another half of the season to go now, and hopefully we can push ourselves on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how do you, though, looking back on the first half of the season, how do you assess that so far?
I think if you look at it from a point of view that in recent games we were in the playoff position, and then we've come down to mid-table. But I think if you started off at the start of the season and we've slowly worked our way up to this position now, I think everyone would have been happy. But I think because we started off so well, and we've kind of not gone off the pace, but we haven't won as many games as we'd like to have done in the past 7-8 games. People look at it as a negative, but all I would say is that if we didn't start off too well, and then we started winning games in the last 10 games, and we worked our way up to halfway in the table, I think people would have been really happy.